Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Epic Encounters, your weekly show of an hour of British-style wrestling. My name is Ricky Knight.
And I'm Zach Knight.
And tonight we bring you another 3 great matches, 2 from WAW and a guest match from EWW.
Also on tonight's show, we bring you another WAW wrestler for you to get to know better. And also, back in the building, we have none other than Carl Ford on the news desk.
Pleasure to be here again. Thanks for inviting me back 2 weeks in a row. Well, big news coming from our last show. Mr. Tommy Lee has finally decided to give the Midas Security some names. We've got SAS, known as Stevie A. Shank. We've got the Nemesis, Tanker Rooney, we already knew about, and the other member is Big J Johnson. Well, the other news coming out of that is, so SAS is now the Academy champion, beating Scott Bradley. And the other big news coming up, we've got a DOA versus WAW show, Bury St Edmunds, on the 15th of November. Details are coming across your screen now. Back to you.
That's interesting, isn't it? The stable actually getting named at last.
Yeah, these mystery men have been known as the security for the last, I'd say, year. And now they've actually been given names, which I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Well,
doesn't matter to me, because whatever happens, you know what I mean, Tommy Lee gets his comeuppance against the Knight family, who knows? But I was watching that match the other night, and that SAS is a big character. He's a big man, and I think he's going to have a big impression in WAW over the next couple of years.
I agree totally. Right, anyway, let's crack on today, shall we? Shall we get on with our first match?
Okay, our first match is a 5-way, and it's from our Epic Encounters in September. Okay, it's a 5-way match to decide the #1 contender for the British Heavyweight Championship. And I think you can name the people in it for me.
I can indeed. We have a lot of experience in this match, as well as a lot of weight. First off, bringing in a 20-year veteran, Bash. The bat-wielding star at 6'6" and 19 stone is a contender in his own right. Also next in line, we have a 10-year wrestler, Sam Nee, HEW promoter, 22 stone, and this man can fight. We also have a cruiserweight that's upped his game to become a heavyweight, and that is TJ Daniels, coming in at 14 stone, 10 pounds. He just meet the criteria to get into this #1 contendership
Just let
match.
people know, WAW heavyweight limit is 14.5. Okay?
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, he was 5 pounds over the weight of a cruiserweight, therefore now becoming a heavyweight. Our last two, we have one half, or should I say a former one half, European Tag Team Champion, Aron Sharp. Aron Sharp is a big man, a muscly man, a tough man, and he has won so many titles, he wanted the British gold around his waist. Which leave our last man, the mysterious unknown 6'2". Well, I don't even know how to go with this one, Ricky Knight. 6'2" Jinx. That is as much I can tell you about this guy.
Okay, Zach, so there's some big men in that match. Just one thing, what was the rules of the match, please?
Now, the rules of the match are as follows. It's 15-minute time limit. In that 15 minutes, they need to get as many pinfalls or submissions as possible. Any disqualification or knockouts, they'll be taken straight backstage, and the rest of the men will be left to fight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes, how many falls, how many submissions? Only they can show you that on this footage now. So let's see who was victorious on this one, shall we?
Lots of moving parts, if you like, in this match. Very hard to predict.
I think it's going to be interesting as well, because from what I've seen of Jinx, he does like a slow pace. Well, in 15 minutes, you kind of need to pick it up a bit, surely. But then I guess you getting the only fall of the match could be enough.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're TJ Daniels or Jinx, I don't think there's any hurry right now. You know, you could end up in this match for any part or all of it. So you don't want to be burning yourself out early, particularly when time is not your enemy yet, because no one else has a fall. Very hard for Daniels to know what to do with Jinx. An unpredictable customer, certainly.
The break pushes him down.
Yeah, I think a little naivety from Daniels, thinking he was going to get a clean break there. How do you begin to approach wrestling a guy who's as much of an enigma as Jinx, Carl?
I think you just stick with what you know, hope it works. I don't know, just try and wear the man down maybe. I mean, he's quite tall as well. Maybe concentrate on the legs. Pretty difficult.
Daniels, a bit of frustration pushing Jinx to the floor. He's got that headlock. Jinx trying to find a way out. Backs Daniels into the ropes, lets him go into the ropes, and a shoulder block takes down, again, the smallest man in this match.
Charges, shoulders him down again.
Very easy to take Daniels off his feet, so Daniels needs to avoid those situations where it's like two freight trains running into each other, because he's not going to come off best.
Leapfrog. Hip toss blocks. And again, kicks to the stomach. Nice.
Yeah, it's just better from Daniels. He's using his agility and his speed.
Ducks under. Drop kick. And again. Maybe that's what he's got to do. Clotheslines him out. And here comes Sam Nee. Up. Kick to the face. Here comes Bash. Look at that. Look at that ability to leap over the top rope. A man his size. Of course, he just ate a super kick.
Well, this idea about being tagged before you come in has gone out the window pretty quickly. Daniels is asking the crowd if they want to see Sharp, and they do. So here he is, folks, the Lion. Your pick for this match, Carl. Let's see how he fares in his first sight of action here.
Well, I think he needs to work out which person's going to get in the ring to face him.
But the problem is, I'm not sure anyone wants to. All right, well, Bash is going for it. Oh, hang on, here comes Nee as well.
Oh, did enough to distract. Did enough to distract him. I don't think that was on purpose. I mean, Bash and Sam Nee aren't exactly friends. Splash in the corner. Clothesline. And again.
A big pair of clotheslines from Sharp. I'm still trying to get my head around what's... Oh, wow, big backdrop as well. I'm trying to get my head around what Sam Nee's intention was there in getting in. I wonder whether he himself sees Sharp as the main threat, and that's why he was prepared to provide the distraction for Bash.
I think so. I mean, maybe he saw an opening. Maybe he was going to try and get a roll-up on him or something. Scoop slam.
Here he comes again. Here he comes again. Sharp hasn't seen him. Here comes Sam Nee, and the clothesline gets stuck. And Sharp with the back elbow. Back to the drawing board for the Devil's Playboy.
Well, TJ Daniels, he's on the outside. After he tagged out. I mean, personally, I think he should be getting in the ring and trying to compete. I mean, Aron Sharp goes back to him for a start. Oh, wait, he's also goes back to Jinx. Double sledge to the back.
Oh, vicious kick to the ribs there from Jinx as well. A pronounced mean streak under that jester costume. So 5 minutes gone and no falls to anyone. I got to disagree with you, Carl. I don't see why Daniels would want to get in. Again, there's no falls, nothing to catch up on at the moment.
Yes, so, but then he's got to assume somebody's going to tag him back in. He could stay on the apron the rest of the match. Let's face it, it's looking like Bash and Jinx might be working together. There's the Bash bull slide to the outside. Public warning for using the ropes.
Bash with that, yeah, running leg drop, and Sharp may go down here. No, he doesn't. What? I tell you, what happens if no one scores a full in these 15 minutes? Do we go to extra time?
I'm not sure. I guess. I don't know.
But it may not matter because Sharp caught Bash in a highly precarious position, throws him into the middle of the ring, and Aron Sharp building momentum. We may just be moments away from that first fall.
Get tagged back in.
Sharp tagged himself out. I don't know why he does that. Why do that when you've got the upper hand?
I mean, at least when TJ tagged himself out, you could see he was losing some energy. You could see he was starting to lose a bit of the momentum. But yeah, Sharp, personally, I think he had everything behind him.
Again, it's what we were saying though at the start of the match, Carl. Very difficult to gauge what the right strategy is here. Do Do you stay out and conserve energy? Do you stay in and try and be the man who everyone else has to catch if you get that first fall?
Or just pick your spots.
Well, TJ got his foot up. Could have been curtains for him if he hadn't, as Bash was coming charging in at pace.
I suppose they've springboard
Daniels'
body.
Oh, now there you go. That experience of Bash paying off. He saw that coming.
That's the trouble, that springboard cross body of TJ's. He can't see the person until he's jumped. Oh.
Big clothesline from Bash. Go for the cover, go for the pin. There he does, he goes for it, but it's a sloppy pin. Perhaps some fatigue setting in on Bash there, because a guy with his experience should know to get more body on body weight there and hook the leg. Could have had the first fall of the match.
Yes, I don't think he realised TJ had been hurt as much as he was. He looked like he was going to start to pick him up first. Back elbow. Suplex.
Yeah, Sam Nee really using that weight advantage that he has over Daniels as best he can. He's really throwing Daniels around at the moment, encouraging Jinx to come in now. I'd want to stay as far away from Jinx as possible. Now, call me a cynic, I don't think Jinx is the most trustworthy partner in crime.
Neither are we. Oh, yeah. Jinx! Yeah, exactly as predicted.
I rest my case, sir.
Sends him in. Throws him down. Scoops him up, slams him down. Now sidewalk slam into a cover.
Well, we nearly got him, and we are what? We must be at the halfway point of the match about now. Yeah. Someone's got to really pull it out. Maybe someone's going to have to take a risk here to make sure they can be the man to get the pin.
And again, Jinx and Bash tagging each other.
That double team effort against Sam Nee, I think, puts to rest any suspicions that Bash and Nee were working together. Nee reverses that Irish whip. He went into the ring post a little bit there. I think he blocked most of it.
And I think Bash is going to take a walk. There is Bash taking a walk. We've seen this before. The roadblock leg drop across the arm.
They have a broken arm like Sam Nee, but able to kick out. Shades of the Undertaker to start with, but real interesting innovation, turning that into a leg drop on the knee. Body slam now by Bash. Goes for another one of those leg drops. This time he misses.
Back up, Bash. Traps in the corner, takes a clothesline. That's one of Sam's has got him up on the shoulders.
What's he going to do here?
Death Valley driver straight into the cover.
Oh, he got him! He got him! Bash is in the lead! Bash just a few minutes away perhaps from being the #1 contender. 10 minutes gone, 5 minutes left. Aron Sharp realising the urgency now.
That's a great suplex slam from Sharp. Top rope. We're going to go for that shoulder block.
Sharp from the top!
Missile drop kick.
A man full of surprises is Sharp. Oh, I thought he was going to get a 3 count. He doesn't. Bash was going for the tag. Jinx didn't want any part of that.
Armbar.
Yeah, kind of a reverse armbar. It's a tap out. A tap out. So Aron Sharp now, along with Bash, have 1 fall each. And this time, yeah, Jinx will go in now, because now he really does need to be in there.
But Aron Sharp's tagged in Jinx and left a worn down Bash. That could be easy pickings for Jinx. Foot across the throat.
I wonder why Sharp wanted to get out of there. Maybe a little more hurt than he was letting on, as Jinx gets a public warning.
Possibly. I mean, as we said earlier, it's his first match back in over 6 months, so maybe cardio could be an issue. It certainly doesn't look like it. The shape is in.
If you're Aron Sharp, you're one of the 2 guys currently leading the match. You really want to stay in there if you can. Does make you think he's trying to hide an injury as Daniels with that leg drop right across the side of the head of Bash. Just a 2 count. Hard not to root for Daniels here as the underdog. You still got, still picking sharp. Carl, what do you think? You sticking with your original pick?
I think I'm going to stick with him. So I don't know. Bash still looks like he's got more left in the tank than Sharp, but yeah, I think I am going to stick with Sharp.
Jinx is in now, so Jinx and Daniels, the 2 men currently in. Neither of them have a fall. This is interesting. Now, I think Jinx is picking up on that possible injury to Sharp because Jinx was demanding that Sharp gets in the ring.
Jinx was scary at the start of the match, but the more the match goes on, that face paint, it just looks like skin peeling from his face.
Well, Sharp's doing
terrifying.
Sharp's doing a very good job of masking whatever injury it is. I can't tell what part of the body is hurting him. It must be something. Jinx has sensed it as he avalanches Sharp in the corner. But he needs to do a little less posing and a little more hurrying. 2 minutes left.
Doug. Knee to the face. Could that be a deciding
Jinx might be out. Jinx might be out. He is. Sharp takes the lead. There is less than 2 minutes left. And Aron Sharp looks like he might be about to become the #1 contender. Wait. Now Sharp has Sam knee. In comes Bash.
Oh, boot to the face.
Well, Bash needs to catch up.
Cover.
Bash isn't the legal man, is he? Well, referee's going to count it. So now Bash and Sharp have 2 falls each. The other 3 effectively out of this, you've got to think, as
well, unless something drastic happens where they can get 3 falls in the space of a few minutes.
But Daniels, the opportunist, trying to get a fall on Sharp there, but Jinx broke that up. Here comes Daniels. Again, what's he going? Oh, from the top. He's on that middle rope. Jinx pushed him away, and Jinx gets a cover. That's Jinx's first fall.
Sharp looks like he's still out.
So 1 minute left. Sharp, 2 falls. Bash, 2 falls. Jinx, 1 fall. Who will be the #1 contender for the British Heavyweight Championship?
Well, Sam Lee and TJ Daniels look wiped out. Well, Jinx now. Sit down powerbomb.
And he gets him.
Well, Aron Sharp. Gotta be something wrong after that big boot from Bash. He's not recovered.
Well, we have a 3-way tie. 30 seconds left, says Michael Mann, and Jinx smells victory as he goes to the top rope. Aron Sharp is out cold, and this could be the end. 20 seconds left.
Sharp's gotta move. Line him up. Leg drop.
Jinx with the cover, and Jinx will be the #1 contender for the British Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I said I'd be surprised if somebody was able to get 3 falls in 2 minutes, but it happened in that contest. That power bomb, probably one of the best ones in that match. If it wasn't that one, that leg drop off the top rope as well.
What a final few moments of that match. Incredible action as Jinx leaves the ring. And, well, Carl, we've seen who the new #1 contender is. It's going to be the Nightmare Jester, Jinx.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a 5-way contest. And can you believe it? In just under 2 minutes, Jinx get 3 falls. I told you this guy was mysterious. It's just unbelievable. Where did this guy come from? Who is he? Who could tell us more?
Well, I don't know, Zach, but I'll tell you what, he's very impressive. I mean, with 2 minutes to go, it looked like everyone, he didn't have a chance. And in 2 minutes, he won it. It was amazing, just amazing. Well, I still can't go over it, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe the man that knows everything about British wrestling, Carl Ford, could tell us more. Over to the news desk.
I wish I could tell you more, but Jinx is just as mysterious to me as he is to you guys. But I do know he is the #1 contender, and that match is going to be announced at a later date. But other news concerning the Gorgon and King Kendo's match, we have met at the WWCC, and Jimmy Ocean, for striking Mr. Tommy Lee in that match, is going to be fined £500. And King Kendo is going to be inserted into the #2 contender bracket. Okay, and on the subject of the British heavyweight title, we're now going to go through the top 5 contenders for that title. Firstly, the WAW rankings. We've already got Jinx and King Kender in the 1 and 2 positions. Rick, who do you think's occupying 3, 4 and 5?
Oh, I don't know. So many good heavyweights around at the moment. Obviously, we're not, some of the heavyweights you're not putting because they'll be up in the world bracket, I assume. So who did you say?
Well, we've got Bash and Aron Sharp based on their performance in that last match as well.
Yeah, Aron Sharp, I fancy to be a champion in the next year or two because he's a man mountain and his intensity is so much, he's hard to handle. And he's my tip for the next couple of years to be the champion. Okay. And there's some good champions around, championship pretenders around it. So, just give us the others and we'll see where we go from here. Okay,
well, Bash is 3 and Sharp is 4, but number 5, Black Belt Tom, somebody who's relatively new to WAW, but it's been impressing a lot of people, including you and Zebra Kid as well.
Yeah, well, Black Belt Tom, he's not with us that long. I mean, he just turned up one day and asked for some advice and a bit of training with us, didn't he? And he's stayed around ever since. He's made a very, very big impression in WAW. And he's another one I want to, would keep an eye on because I'll tell you something, he will be wearing gold sooner or later because he's another one. He's very intense and him and Sharp would actually be a good match, wouldn't it?
That would indeed, yeah.
Okay, we've also got a top 5 outside WAW. This has been voted for by our fans. Zach, who do you think could be in contendership?
Well, you know what? There's some big guys out on that circuit right now. I'm not going to go with friends. I'm just going to put out there. You've got Colossus. He's a big mountain out there. Styx is a big boy.
Yeah, you've got Styx. Colossus isn't in there.
Come on. Rampage.
Rampage.
Oh,
Rampage. I said I wasn't going to go with friends though.
Yeah, I know he's a friend. Well, I'm going by because who the fans would know. I mean, through the internet and through all the internet forums and that, and the people they would hear about.
Yeah.
And Rampage, he's been voted #1 on Wrestle Talk and everything. So he must be out there. That's the reason I put him in there. Yeah. We know him personally as a great wrestler, but I'm talking about how people know him through the media. Yep. So I think Rampage.
Well, like I say, the reason that I said Styx is we all know I get on very well with Styx. Lovely guy, fantastic wrestler. Just got that extra little bond with Rampage. So Styx is my pick, and as you said, he's in there. Is Rampage?
Rampage isn't there. He might be #1 in some rankings, but he's #3 in this one.
Really? Okay.
He is indeed. Number 5, we've got Dave Mastiff, a big guy. I mean,
we saw him the other night actually.
Very impressive.
Rev Pro the other night. Very, very impressive. Big man, moves about. I can see why he's in there. Yeah. He's a very talented man.
Yeah. Styx #4, 3 Rampage, as I said. Number 2, he's been at a previous Epic, quite a few in fact, Robbie Dynamite.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Our fans know him, really know him because of WAW.
So #1, this is the biggie. I'm actually thinking, who's going to top these 4 men?
Well, I'm surprised the governor of WAW didn't guess the other governor, Martin Stone.
Now you've had some run-ins with him, Dad. Surprised you didn't say him.
No. I mean, to me, Martin's a good choice. So we've had run-ins and we've battled each other, and he is a hard man. And that's a good choice. I mean, that's a good top 5, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really?
Very good.
I told you our fans are very educated, didn't I?
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was a good choice. And Martin at #1, we ain't going to argue with that. But it's up to you people out there. Let us know. You know what I mean? What you think? Okay, now we come to the exciting bit of the show. We'll introduce you to another British federation. Tonight, it's the turn of EWW based in Hastings. And I think we've got a very exciting match for you here. I'll let Zach describe it to you.
Indeed we have. Tonight we bring you an intergender match between 2 factions. Now there's been a long rivalry going on in EWW. We have Team Extreme and Death Row. Now the EWW female champion Scarlett takes on the lady killer Philip Bateman. Let's go to ringside and see how this action pans out. Extreme World Wrestling began in 1998 in Oxfordshire, run by Stu Allen and Jamie Chipperfield. EWW was originally an alternative production designed to attract a more adult audience with their dark characters and violent matches, along with powerful sounds and lighting effects. Today, 16 years later, EWW is still run by Stu Allen, and now with his wife Tanya at his side, promotes shows on the southeast side of Hastings at their 1,000-seat arena at the Hastings Centre. They promote some of the biggest sellout shows in the country with their roster mixed with some of the best wrestlers in the country and their recruits from the Extreme Wrestling Academy.
So, I'm sure rigor mortis is Latin of some sort. I think we might be seeing someone in a state of rigor mortis at some point here, ladies and gentlemen. Scarlett's got the crowd on her side though, Jake.
I'm rooting for Scarlett for the whole thing. Scarlett has been unbeaten for a long time.
I think that's a very important point, but as we said, didn't she take on Exodus, I seem to recall?
She did take out Exodus.
I mean, a 7-foot man, we saw what Exodus did with Jinx not that long ago. We saw the destruction they caused. If anyone is up to the task, if anyone is up to rise to the challenge, if anyone can rise to the challenge, I think it's got to be Scarlett.
Now, the last time there was a casket match in WWE, Scarlett was victorious.
Yes.
2 in a row, maybe.
That is a very astute observation. The last time a casket and Scarlett were involved, Scarlett didn't go in the casket. No. And so the form goes with Scarlett. But I mean, again, she's in there with a lady killer.
Don't forget, Bateman's never been in a casket match in his career, but he is a veteran. You cannot deny that.
Just going to go for a kiss there. Oh, the Scarlett's revulsion says it all.
As I said,
kiss
it's the passion. He wants to show his passion towards Scarlett.
I thought he said passion was suffering. Make up your mind.
It is. Is he smiling?
He appears to be smiling. Go the tie up. Catches in a nice arm leg. Oh, twisting the arm back. Trying to force Scarlett to the ground.
Look at the bridge on Scarlett.
Oh, takes her down here. I mean, obviously, we've got to remind you at home. You heard Jay when he was announcing this match. No pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications, no stopping the match for blood loss, no stopping the match if someone gets knocked unconscious. This match will only conclude when someone, be it man, be it female, be it the lady killer Philip Bateman, or be it Scarlett, someone's going to go in the casket and the lid must close. The body slammers too, which you could say changed the complexion of the game between Death Row and Team Extreme. And you're right, it was Scarlett. Retribution's going to be on the mind of Philip Bateman here, but Scarlett here fighting for Team Extreme, fighting for the people of Hastings.
Scarlett up top, look at the balance right there.
Look at the athleticism of Scarlett, the British Women's Champion. Oh, catch it!
Oh, wait a minute.
And a beautiful corner! And the forearm, the fist, it's all going on. Scarlett, wonderful stuff of Philip Bateman.
Bateman's taking a walk.
But
look what's right in front of him. Oh, here they go, they're coming this way.
Oh, I don't like this at all. It's gone to the outside, it gets dangerous here. Knee to the midsection, Philip Bateman is down.
This match isn't going to stop until someone's stuffed inside. I see them.
Oh, wait a minute!
It's Phobia!
What the hell?
Where the hell did she come from?
Philip Bateman! Philip Bateman!
Payback for earlier. Aron Angel picked up the victory earlier, but Phobia hasn't forgotten the reason why.
My apologies, I said Philip Bateman, I meant Philip Bateman, of course.
Don't say Bateman, you'll make him angry.
Oh, I tell you what, I don't know who's called anybody here, I'm just so surprised, but Phobia walks off. That was despicable. There are no disqualifications, of course, so that was legal. You have to slam it. You have to slam it real good. And I tell you what, it's dark in there. No light is in the coffin. No light is in the casket. No light at all.
You can't breathe in there.
Pure darkness, it's where Death Row live. They live in the darkness. Oh, what a kick to the midsection. Wait a minute. What's Bateman thinking here?
Look, he's just getting in her face.
Oh, this is disgusting. Wait a minute. What's he?
Scarlett on the ropes.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is, excuse me, my friends, this is vintage Philip Bateman. The huge knee on the back and Scarlett just collapses. And there's a silence in Hastings.
Yeah, it's knocked her out right now.
That could be it. It takes one little roll into that casket and that's game over. That'll be it. And that's the heart of Team Extreme beating in the ring right now. That's the leader. That is the woman that the rest of Team Extreme look up to. If your captain goes, what are you going to do about the ship? Who controls the ship?
I think Bateman thinks he has this one already. But obviously, nothing is going to happen. This doesn't stop until someone goes inside. Look how he's just... I can't believe we just saw Phobia.
Oh, come on, mutilation! Mutilation on a terrible scale!
Scarlet's web? Is he imitating the Scarlet's web?
Oh, but look at this!
Wait a minute.
Oh, slap in the chest if you know
Wait
it!
a minute. Now here we go.
Reversal!
This is how he's
tapping,
but it's not going to make a difference. The referee's shaking his head.
No.
Doesn't mean a thing.
I mean, the bell was almost called for. We thought that was it. It's obviously a casket match, so no disqualifications. I mean, and that almost threw me. I mean, because you get so worked up into the evening, don't you? You get so worked up into the match, and you think, oh, that's it, but no.
Of course, it was a normal contest, and that's it.
Exactly.
Would have won this.
Exactly, I think. It's the third time I think we've said it now. Scarlett needs to remember what sort of match this is.
Look at her hanging upside down. I don't like the look of this. And
oh no! Oh my! That was horrible.
Move. Maybe she's been knocked out right there.
You might be right. I mean, that was a boot right to the face.
And Bateman just takes her down.
Right to the side of the head. Oh, it breaks her in the face.
The door is still open.
This is McCall. No.
The door's open.
Oh wait, no! No! Oh my!
Right on the back of the head.
Drove the casket. No! Oh my word! Oh my word!
I can't believe this is happening.
Did you see that? You can hear. I mean, you can see on Scarlett's face. She's excruciating.
Just has no respect whatsoever.
I think that could be it, Jake.
I'm not liking this. No way.
Oh no! Oh, it's curtains for Scarlett. This is terrible.
Not in the casket.
No.
Scarlett's fighting
out of it. Scarlett, reversal.
Off the ropes.
What a... What a huge move. And Villman Bateman just got wiped out. I mean, that was sheer desperation, but what an incredible manoeuvre! She bounces off.
She's up! Come on, Scarlett! Axe kick! He's in the casket! Close the lid! Close the lid, Scarlett! Close the lid!
She's bleeding and she spins on him! It's over!
Scarlett wins! Team Extreme are back in the game!
Good match. You didn't tell me it was a casket match, Zach, did you?
Yeah, I might have wanted to surprise you and the viewers.
Well, it was very surprising. I'll tell you what, that Scarlett gave a cut account of herself. A bit of a tough cookie, isn't she?
Dad, as you should know, you shouldn't judge anyone nowadays. Women, they're just as tough as men. That's what this wrestling business is all about.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
You wouldn't. Mum's in America.
Okay, I think we better just move swiftly on from that bit of talk there. And Zach, can you do the next segment for us, please?
Indeed I can. We'll move on swiftly. Ladies and gentlemen, we do a Wrestler's Corner where you get to know our WWE wrestlers. And today, well, I'm not going to tell you anymore. Let's go straight to the wrestler.
My name is Joey Osborne. I've been wrestling for 6 years. I'm 5'11" and I'm just over 14 stone. I've been in WAW for nearly 3 years now, 3 years. And in my time here, I definitely have to say, my hardest match was against Martin Stone in Thetford a couple of months ago. But I've also had matches against Zach and Roy Knight, the UK Hooligans, and they've taken me to my limit every single time that I've stepped foot in that ring. My biggest accomplishment to date, without a shadow of a doubt, was becoming the WAW British Light Heavyweight Champion.
Okay, that's another very interesting wrestler's corner. I mean, Joey Osborne's come a long way since he moved down to the Midlands, hasn't he, Zach?
He has indeed. Joey Osborne, 3 years ago, come to WAW as a guest and wrestled in Skegness for us. Fell in love with the wrestling, fell in love with the promotion, and moved down here 2 weeks later. After moving down here, he's trained his heart out, and he has become the light heavyweight champion.
Well deserved, apart from winning the Midas table.
I was about to say, well deserved, as long as he won in the Midas, yeah?
I know. But anyway, good luck to Joey. And remember, next week, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be another Wrestler's Corner.
So, if there's anyone else you'd like to get closer, personal to, or know a little bit more about, contact us via Twitter with the hashtag #MeetAWrestler, and that is WAW_UK, or failing that, send us an email, nightdynastyproductions@outlook.com.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it hasn't got to be a WAW wrestler. It can be any wrestler of your choice of any federation in the UK. UK only, please. Thank you.
So then we come to the main event. The main event of the evening, Dad. Let me just give this team a massive build-up.
Hey, I'll do this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the main event of the evening. It is a tag team match between Villman and Aron, the Norwegian you met in Wrestlers Corner last week, against the UK Hooligans. Now this was significant, ladies and gentlemen, because the Hooligans hadn't been seen in Norwich for 2.5 years in their own hometown, that is, due to suspensions and everything else by the WAWCC. So there was a large crowd in to watch, and they were very, very excited with anticipation of seeing their favourite tag team. This was made better by the fact it was a title defence. It was the defence of the title ECTA Championship, which the Hooligans won in France in summer. Let's go to the action and see what happened.
Team Norway. Aron Frost leading the way, behind him the masked one is Villman.
Of their heroes. Here we are, Roy Knight, Zach Knight, together, stalwarts of WAW, the ECTA Tag Team Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the Hooligans fan, after 2.5 years, the Hooligan returns! Now guys, I don't normally do this, but Beans has been so long. Roy, I thought you could tell these people how excited you are to be home.
Okay. I would like to point out that Epic Studios does have a licensed bar.
Now, Roy,
I believe he's found it.
we've done some travelling lately. We've been to France. We've been to Germany. Oh, Germany. Germany. And I tell you what, Roy's had to learn some different languages, but Roy, tonight, the Hooligans are home in Norwich! So Ron, tell these people how excited are you, man? Look into that camera and tell the nation how excited you are. Now Roy, if I'm not mistaken, did you just say that Dave Finch needs a bra? Does Dave Finch need a bra? Everyone, put your hand up like this and say, bra, 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 bra.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this contest is made for the ECTA European Tag Championship and belts. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you, firstly, the challengers. Representing Norway, we welcome the combination of Aron Frost and the Master Villman. And ladies and gentlemen, from the left-hand side of the ring, we welcome the defending champions, representing England. We welcome Roy and Zach Knight, the UK Hooligans. This match may be of a time limit of 30 minutes. with just a one fall submission or the one KO to decide your winner.
Oh, this is probably one of the most unusual chants you've heard in wrestling, I'm sure.
Do you think the people at ECTA are pleased that Roy Knight is one half of the tag team champions that represents him?
Well, I think Dave Finch once again feeling the tickle of Roy Knight. And I never really know if it's a good thing or not for the Hooligans' opponents, if they're in a funny mood or not.
Well, I don't want to be the one to address the elephant in the room here, Carl, but you know, we were here at Epic Studios just, 3 months ago?
Yep.
Zack Knight was challenging Doug Williams for the WAW World Heavyweight title, lost that match, and afterwards declared that he didn't feel like he was as good as the rest of his family and he was retiring.
Indeed, yeah.
Obviously he's changed his mind because he's here today, but you think that resentment of his family is still kind of in the back of his mind?
It kind of... He keeps saying it isn't, but I can't see how it can't. I mean, he's the only Knight who has not won a world title.
Well, he's certainly having some fun here with brother Roy, but you know, again, I said this during that title match that Zack had with Doug Williams. I said at the time, Roy and obviously their sister Paige and their parents, Ricky Knight and Saraya Knight, have all been world champions.
Yeah.
Zack, the only one who hasn't been in singles competition, at least. You've got to think. I think that's still in there somewhere.
Yeah, I do too. The thing is, though, it seemed to be the pressure he was putting on himself. I mean, yes, that is a fact, but he's the youngest son. Nobody was expecting him to win the world title at such a young age. He obviously does. He put all this pressure on himself, and it was almost like he wasn't enjoying the wrestling. That's how much pressure he's putting on himself. But you can see, teaming with his brother Roy, he's enjoying wrestling again. He's having a bit of fun. I've no idea what Roy's doing.
He certainly is having a good time here. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, slap to the face.
Oldest trick in the book.
And Villman running the ropes. I don't think he realises Zack Knight's not running the opposite ropes. Villman's just probably waiting until he can see him to hit him. He's trying the same trick. Really, you can't really try Hooligans' trick against him, can you?
No. I would say that went badly for Villman there.
Zack Knight running around the ring, back in. Cross barking orders.
The referee Dave Finch, the butt of Zack Knight joke here.
Dave Finch beckoning him forward.
Oh well.
And a referee assisted slap.
Yeah, referee shouldn't be slapping a wrestler. Dave Finch should be suspended, surely.
And Dave Finch pointing out he can hit him in the stomach or the legs, but not where he's aiming for.
It's a fine line, Carl.
I think Zack's checking with him. I think Zack's checking. I'm not sure.
I don't think Villman knows what's hit him here, to be honest. It's the opening bell. There's a hip toss.
And that's what I was talking about. When the Hooligans want to have fun, sometimes they can cause more punishment just from their antics.
Well, Just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, Roy has tagged in. Aron Frost wants a tag. That can't be a legal tag. They're 2 miles outside the ring, but never mind. Referee.
I think the referee's going to allow it, because let's face it,
he's having to be lenient here.
Yeah, you can't really control the Hooligans at the best of times. Just stand back and enjoy the ride.
Aron's tag by Team Norway is the least of Dave Finch's worries, I think, at the moment.
Oh, Villman on the outside. Got hold of Roy Knight.
Well, the fun and games can stop pretty quickly here as
Villman and Frost. The Norwegians.
Look at this. Frost is
on a kick low as well.
Frost elevating and pulling the legs of Roy Knight there to increase the pressure on the throat. Yeah, I'm sorry to harp on about this, but I still think, Carl, beneath this fun and games demeanour we're seeing from Zach Knight, I still think there's some issues there to do with that world title loss.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he would be that determined to win the world title a few months ago and then suddenly decide, you know what,
right,
I'm not bothered about it anymore.
Exactly right.
That's wrong.
You know, I spoke to him backstage before this show, and he was telling me no, he was just having a bad day. He's changed his mind about the whole retirement thing, but now he wants to focus wholly on this tag division. And I don't know, I wondered if he was trying to convince me or convince himself. Wow, that was brutal from... He's going out the other way as well, goodness me.
I can understand him saying the decision to quit was a mistake. It was a rush of blood. It was a decision he made snap, but...
Hang on. Zach Knight, oh wow! And that, my friend, is why Zach Knight should not be worried about his abilities, because look at that. An incredible just flight over the top ropes, taking out both members of Team Norway.
And that's what, I mean, that ability, how can he not think he could win the world title? How could that not be in the back of his mind? How can he say he's just focused on tag?
Of course he can. Of course Zach Knight can win a world title. The problem is purely in his head. Yeah. If it is still there. He says it isn't.
As we alluded to during that match, all the pressure was on himself. He kept promising everyone he guaranteed he was going to win that world title. He didn't have to guarantee it. He put all the pressure on himself, and it backfired.
Well, for now at least, he seems happy to focus on the tag division, and it's just as well as splash. Roy goes for that splash on Villman.
2 counts.
2 count only.
Meanwhile, Frost hammering Zach's head into the side of the ring. And now into the post, shoulder first. And Villman spilled out onto the stage.
And this, to be honest, is where the Hooligans thrive. When the action spills out of the ring and becomes more of a brawl, this is exactly what Roy and Zach Knight love.
Frost going round. Dollar Zach. Slamming him on the stage.
Big body slam, and you heard from that impact, there's really no give on that stage.
It really is, and Frost now limping, head of steam.
Frost, he missed. Did he miss? I think he missed.
It sounded like it from that impact.
Yeah, he did. He missed. You can't see it very well from here, but Zach Knight moved out of the way. Oh my, what's that?
Oh God, a chair.
Well, that's not a folding steel chair. That chair is not meant to fold, and it's not meant to be used to hit someone either.
Villman is in a lot of trouble.
Well, as long as Roy's just giving him a place to sit,
Well, I think they're going to use it, but I don't think they're going to be using it to hit Villman. Well, they're going to use Villman to hit the chair.
This isn't a lot better, to be honest, from Villman's perspective, as Roy Knight on the second rope. Knight with a flying elbow.
Zebra crossing.
Yeah, this isn't a no disqualification match. That chair really has no place being in the ring.
Zach Knight has got Frost on the outside. Look, just pummeling him.
Well, there's a lot of history.
Knees as well.
Yeah.
Stomp. Back in the ring, Zebra Kid. Roy Knight, Samoan drop.
Big Samoan drop by Roy Knight. Wow.
2 counts.
2 and Villman kicked out, but Roy within a second of retaining the ECTA titles.
to the side of the head.
I don't think Villman's even conscious now, although he's starting to move, but that must have knocked him silly.
Yeah, just barely. Zach Knight, meanwhile, walking away from Aron Frost. He believes the damage is done there. Back in.
And now you see the fun and games is kind of over here. You're starting to see a more serious side from the Hooligans as they go for that double hip toss.
Double
Pick
power
him up.
bomb, neck breaker.
Powerbomb neckbreaker combo. Incredible move by the Hooligans.
2 count. Your referee has given Aron Frost his first public warning.
First public warning for coming into the ring illegally.
Villman to the ropes and
going for that double leg.
yeah, he's trying to pull him down, but Zach's not going to have any.
Oh, sit down, shut up.
Vertical splash from Zach Knight against only 2.
Villman reaching for the tag, but Frost doesn't look like he's in any shape to get in the ring either.
Yeah, the Hooligans very much on top of this, and even though they've only been the ECTA tag champions for a short while, you've got to wonder what it's going to take to get those belts off them. I would suggest quite a lot.
Oh no! I think we might be seeing a zebra, another zebra crossing somewhere where I don't know if there's any little Villmans, but I don't think there's going to be after tonight.
You don't want a zebra crossing on this. This is a big elbow into the, what should we call that? The lower midsection?
The lower midsection. Villman doesn't really speak much, but if he did, it would be in a higher pitch.
Yeah, he might have spoken a bit there. See, if we were closer to the ring, we would have just learned some Norwegian expletives.
Set him up for a superplex.
What's Rory going for? Is it
We've seen this combination before as well.
a superplex or is it a
superplex? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe the ring could break here. Oh wow!
Superplex. This was talking about. We've seen this before. Superplex followed by the highlight leg drop.
This has got to be all. This has got to be all. If Knight hits this, he does.
Nailed him with it.
Oh, he hurt himself. I think he hurt himself. He hurt his right buttock, it looks like, as he landed there.
Yeah, well, he hasn't, come back from injury.
Well, Villman is right for the picking. If Knight could have got over there, but didn't manage to do so.
Picked up an injury 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. Soon after winning those tag titles.
Frost back in.
Yeah, he's out of action for a while with Zach as Frost now goes to work on Roy. Frost is limping, I think.
Dave Finch trapped in the corner, and down goes Finch.
The crowd like that.
15 minutes long.
Slam. Slam on Aron Frost. Zebra Kid. Elbow. Cover.
Wait, that's Alex Young.
King Kendo.
What's going on here?
Bash.
Alex Young.
Midas members. Security.
All of the
3
Midas
members
team.
of the security are in there.
Oh, and look who's bringing up the rear there. Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee with a guitar.
Get these idiots out of here. What's going on?
Here comes Ricky
hang on,
Knight.
hang on.
Oh, look at this. We've got some extra hooligans.
Who are these?
We got Sharp. We got one of the Nitros.
That Aaron Sharp? Yeah.
I can't see who the one with the mask on is.
There's hooligans everywhere. It's like a Norwich City game.
Well, they have always talked about the Hooligans being a firm. They've never referred to themselves as a tag team, so obviously the firm just got bigger.
Well, everyone's disappeared, I think, backstage, except for Aron Frost and Zach Knight.
Well, Villman's down in the corner. There's a cover.
Oh, sorry, that's Roy Knight. Oh, well.
Kick out. Oh, wait, Zach's back.
It
Zach's
looked like
back and he's got a table.
was going to steal one for Team Norway, but That was on Roy Knight. I beg your pardon. As Zach Knight now is back with a table.
Dave Finch. He started the count, but he's still woozy. He's still clutching his head.
Well, the crowd want to see it. The crowd want to see it.
I know two people that don't want to see it, and they're both Norwegian. Low kick by Villman. He's set up for Zach. He's going up with him. He's going to superplex him through that table.
Well, Zach must be instantly regretting bringing that table into play. Maybe he's going for a Rana. Is he maybe a Hurricane Rana?
Looks like it.
Oh, wait.
He's blocked him.
Hang on. Hang on. No way. Oh, no way. No way.
The strength of Zach Knight is freakish.
Zach Knight has caught Villman. Oh, he's going to put him down, is he?
Couldn't lift him up high enough. What's this?
Yeah, I thought he was going to powerbomb him through that table. Both men risking their careers potentially here.
Set him up again.
Oh no!
Oh no!
A sunset flip into a powerbomb, and Villman goes diagonally through that wooden table and goes sliding halfway across the ring. Still no referee. And this isn't a weapons match.
Roy Knight's got that guitar that Tommy Lee broke. I don't think Foster's realised.
Ross turns round. Oh my! Oh my! And the guitar did not break, but Aron Frost's skull may have.
I think Villman's getting back to his feet. I think he's going to have another go with the guitar.
Oh my!
Oh my God! That's just destroyed the guitar.
Good God! Have you ever seen anything like that?
And it's time for the hangover, as if he hasn't got a big enough headache.
This is going to be a hangover for the ages for Villman. Referee is awake. Referee is awake. Zach has the cover. And the Hooligans retain the ECTA Tag Team titles.
Your winners and still ECTA European Tag Team Champions, the UK Hooligans.
Well, they needed backup, but they brought it, and the Hooligans are still the tag champions. Rowdy Ricky Knight. Yeah, Rowdy Ricky has a microphone. Let's see what he wants to say.
Here's a message to Tommy Lee. You have the Midas stable. We now have the phone. It's fighting back. Music again, please.
So Rowdy Ricky Knight laying it on the table for the Midas stable. There is a new power in town.
So then, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, after 2.5 years, all that tension, all that build-up, the Hooligans returned and we successfully defended our titles.
Yeah, well, don't know what to say about that, but I think that's it for tonight, don't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Zach Knight, this has been
Ricky Knight.
And have a Hooligan day.
See you next week.